Vehechzik tivuso l'nafshe. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him money, and he saw the money as a picadon to use to help other people. Every dime that he had, he gave away. He gave money to everybody in town, without cheshbonos.
He's been involved in the community, extending beyond the business his father started, agri-processors, to the local religious and educational institutions.
People that were in need of financial aid, he contributed to them without fanfare or wanting recognition.
We've had some problems with kids that didn't get treatment over the years. Their parents couldn't afford it. And Sholom was real helpful in that situation. He offered to help offset our costs. Without his help, we wouldn't have been able to afford to get those kids treatment, which they desperately needed.
It was the largest single immigration raid in the country. 700 warrants, 300 arrests. Agri-processors, a kosher meatpacking plant, lost 3/4 of its workforce.
Matter of 3 hours, what his father had built with his bare hands and had operated for 20 years from nothing to a $300 million a year business was destroyed.
I lost every little thing. Okay? Oh my God, my son is
Sholom Rubashkin was treated like no other defendant ever arrested for immigration law violations.
I've been a lawyer nearly 30 years. I'm a former federal prosecutor. I've taught at the Department of Justice. Never, ever have I seen a case taken to the grand jury 7 times.
The prosecutors essentially put restrictions on what the Rubashkin family could do, such that this meat processing plant, this kosher meat processing plant, went bankrupt. And when that happened, it drove up the amount of the fraud because there were no funds left to pay off the banks. And that was what was really the key to the government initially seeking a life sentence in this case.
Most of the murderers that I prosecuted got less time in prison than Sholom Rubashkin.
For the first time in the history of the United States, somebody was criminally prosecuted under the Packers and Stockyards Act of 1921, and that's a reason for sending somebody off to jail and seeing that he gets 27 years in jail. It's crazy.
They make plans, they plot against us, and it is undone. They speak, they write motions. It will not last. Our Father, the Eibishter, is with us.
As he got up after the sentence was imposed, and I was sitting right behind him, he turned and he looked at those family members that were there, some of whom had tears in their eyes, and he smiled, and he urged them to smile too. And I suspect that he smiled because there is something that is far greater, far more powerful than that black robe that judge wears up there.
I thought I was there to give him inspiration. And he did it to me and to my boys, to my friends, and we were there. And he told us, I'm going to get out very soon.
And I'm embarrassed to say that I couldn't wait to go into that horrible prison, because the opportunity to spend 5.5 or 6 hours alone with Sholom Mordechai Rubashkin was something I knew was unique and special and something that I would cherish for the rest of my life.
So we start this program with my class where we send him a Dvar Torah each week. He emails back a Dvar Torah to us. But it's really so much more than the Dvar Torah. Here you have somebody, he's a simple guy, a simple Jew. He's not a big Rosh Hashiva, not a big Rebbe, but he's living the real thing. It's real to him. Emunah, B'tachin, it pours forth from every letter.
Don't mistake the pain for fear. Don't mistake the pain for worry or doubt. We are not afraid, and we are not worried. We have no doubt that the ending to the story will be a happy one.
Sholom Mordechai Halevi ben Rivka. The mere fact that I can simply mention his Hebrew name, and virtually every single one of you in the audience knows exactly who I am talking about and why we were davening for him, says a lot about how the Rubashkin case has galvanized our community over the past weeks and months.
With these obstacles and these challenges in front of us, Yidden are gathering from all over the world, coming from different backgrounds and upbringings, coming together as one. 10 days ago there was a kinnis amongst the Satmar community. Over 1,000 people were there. Recently there was a kinnis in Lakewood, New Jersey. 2,000 people were there.
Satmar saying Tillim Lubavitch! What is that teaching us? There are placards all over Williamsburg. Lubavitch Hasidim and Satmar Hasidim and Litvische and Svalische and Frumme and Nachmishkin Frumme. What are we telling the Rebbeinu Shalom? As a good, very Scheitman.
We are going from here to present a letter to the Attorney General of the United States requesting from him a meeting and requesting that he review the case.
The Sholom Rubashkin petition is already second in the nation, but we still need your help to make it first.
People that wrote in of Kabbalahs that they undertook, the women that traded in the jewelry their husbands bought them for Yontif to give money to pay for Sholom Mordechai's lawyers.
Besides for the beautiful mitzvah, Pidyon Shvuim, that you brought together such a large amount of money, but besides for that, I heard that you're putting together thousands of kapitla of Tehillim that are being said in my father's house.
At 3:30 in the afternoon on December 20th, my phone rang. It was an area 202 area code. And I answered the phone. Voice at the other end said, "Is this Attorney Gary Apfel?" And I said, "Yes, it is." He said, "My name is Chris Grieco. I'm Deputy White House Counsel. I need to confirm that you are counsel to Sholom Rubashkin." I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Then I'm happy to inform you that the President of the United States has just commuted your client's sentence and he's free to go home."
Hunderter Jiden sind gekommen da in Borpark zu freuen sich für die absurde Themen.
Betochen bringt Ula.
We had nearly 100 former prosecutors, Republicans and Democrats, pointing out the injustice of this case. We had senators and Congress people from both sides of the aisle pointing out the injustice.
Very good. It's an honor to be here tonight, to see the happiness of the family. It is a joy to know that there are people like Gary Apfel and Z. Boyarsky.
This is something that should not have happened, and in the ordinary course doesn't happen. And part of the reason it doesn't happen is because of the nature of the country in which we live.
We had some human intervention, and what we did was very important, but at the end of the day, this miracle was resolved by God.
We do this song here tonight in celebration of Sholom Mordechai's freedom.
קודם כל, זה דאבנט. יש סיינליט שלו כמה וכמה יום, אני חושב שתראו את הצ'ק.
I know Hashem was with me at all times, and everything that was happening was just a test. Hashem was just testing me to see if I really believed in the Mother or not.
We must teach our children to treat your fellow friends like they were you.
Mittwoch, Chanukah geht sein special lesson. Als Baruch Hashem Zavin Gordon, sie gehabt mal sehr tot, mal Hitler in Kahn, 8 Jahre.
Amazing.
Mamshach sein. Wir finden uns um Mashiach Tzidkeinu und Gesundheit und Freiheit.
we should not forget the role of President Donald J. Trump. President Trump had the courage to do what other presidents could have done. Sholom Rubashkin will go down in Jewish history, and alongside him it will say his sentence was commuted by President Donald J. Trump.
Der höchste Person auf dem Erdkegel, der Präsident Donald Trump, Jurem Hoidoi, hat gehabt, sich hier in Hashemayim zu sein, der Schliach, zu erfüllen die Bakusche von Klal Yisruel, in upzusiegeln, du hinten, dus wo's der besten Schalmal hat upgesiegelt Teufen, wer Sholomot hat gehalten mitten sein Urem und Mulzat in Tfiese für ein Jahr, die Siede so ist Chaneke.
They bring in the paper, and she starts reading, and she said, congratulations, Mr. Rubashkin, the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, just signed your petition, and you're a free man to go home. I got a standing ovation for President. Thank you. As I said, thank you. He deserves it, and we should daven for him. And David should protect him from all his enemies and give him Hatzlacha. Invite a continuous friendship with the Yidden and continue doing better and better Matzliach sein.
Show us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu answers us every single day. Every Yid who has Amunah and Bitachon, every Yid who calls out to Hashem, Hashem answers.
Today is Gimel. Yesterday was Beis. I got the Pesur Teva. Mamish Foshki on Beis. And the Shkeder was Aleph. Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Amunah, Bitachon, the Eibishter, brought us Geula. We have to have Amunah, Bitachon, the Eibishter. You will help us in our personal problems. That's not my Simcha, that's everybody's Simcha. And we see the Eibishter answers our Tfilis. And it's Chanukah now, it's Hamshuk Chanukah, and Nisacha, we have to strengthen our thanks to the Eibishter, the Eibishter is a loving father, and the Eibishter can take every single leader who needs the Yeshua, Shavah Yeshua. Amen.